If he takes the risk of going to trial and he's convicted, that could be seen as an impeachable offense.
If he's not a legitimately elected president in your mind, there are tools that Congress has.
But I think we're in impeachment territory now for the first time.
In your view, does that rise to the level of an impeachable offense?
Whatever the White House thought it was doing to defend itself or to head off this impeachment, I mean, is doing quite the opposite. Impeachment.
They've been talking impeachment for a while. Let's bring in Jason Chaffetz, former chairman of the House Oversight and Government Reform Committee, Fox News contributor, and author of a brand new book. It's called Power Grab, The Liberal Scheme to Undermine Trump, the GOP, and our Republic. Jason, you know, they've been talking impeachment. Nancy Pelosi's been talking inquiry. So why haven't they had a vote?
You know, the vote is very important. If Nancy Pelosi goes and stands before the world and says it's a formal impeachment inquiry, but then she doesn't have a vote. Why not? A, it's failed 3 times before, but more importantly, if they did have a vote, then the minority would get some rights. They would have subpoena authority. Nancy Pelosi does not want Doug Collins, the minority member, the ranking member on House Judiciary, to also be able to defend and to have subpoena authority.
So right now it's just lopsided. It's all
It's
Democrats.
lopsided. So they want to issue subpoenas. They want to do all this, but they don't want to give the minority the right to actually do the same thing, and that's why she refuses to do that.
If he were able to do that, or when he's able to do that, who will he be subpoenaing?
Oh, there's a whole host of people. I mean, Hunter Biden should be brought in right away. You can start to go through a whole list of things. Let's go find out and do some investigation. It's time for Republicans to play offense. You know, Republicans are used to apologizing and trying to justify. Nancy Pelosi and the Democrats, they're always playing offense. But Nancy Pelosi knows that she's got to withhold that ability of the Republicans to actually do what they should be able to do, which is to create the other side of the case.
I mean, right away, they were talking about impeachment almost immediately after, but nothing would rise to that level. Why do you think this Ukrainian conversation, everyone seemed to be in sync, from certain media outlets to the Speaker of the House, before the call was even released, before the 9-page complaint was out?
It's a little too convenient that they had this perfectly drafted document. You had a speaker who now, said on 60 Minutes that she had a preview of it. You had Adam Schiff saying that he knew the identity of the whistleblower, but Devin Nunes didn't. It seems a little too scripted and too convenient, because you do have the Inspector General Horowitz and you also have Durham, who are coming out. I think
with
it's
a counter-narrative about the investigation of Donald Trump. But this, they hope, pun intended, trumps that.
Well, look, if Adam Schiff really had the goods on the president, then he would have led with that. Instead, he had to embellish with the president, said lie about it. And by the way, the House should stand up for itself. Kevin McCarthy should call and demand. They should have taken his words down in that committee. You cannot disparage the president. You can't address the president. There are House rules that they should go after this guy, and he should be censured, Schiff should, by the House of Representatives.
What guy?
Well, Schiff, when he goes, when he
did the parody.
He did the parody embellish. He lied about what the president said. I don't know that it's treason, but I tell you what, it is in violation of the House rules. They should have called it out, and the minority should do that. They should force these votes.
Pass on that. That's unbelievable. He was reading from a paper as if it was dialogue.
This was highly scripted. It was not some impromptu thing. He did it on purpose because the evidence isn't there. The evidence is not good enough. That's why they have to go out.
What happens next? Nancy Pelosi, when's the vote going to happen?
Well, it's of such urgent national concern that they had to go on recess for 2 weeks so the Democrats can go do the polling to try to figure out, let's figure out where we're going to go next.
It's 50-50 whether the people want it or not.
Yeah, I don't think so.
It's really interesting the way you explain why they did not take a vote, and now it makes perfect sense.
It does.
Check out his new book. It's called Power Grab. Grab your copy at Amazon or anything.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
It's really not appropriate for what's going on right now. I mean,
there's a chapter on impeachment in here. This was highly predictable, and it's on the New York Times bestseller list.
I was just being sarcastic.
Yeah.
Just kidding.